Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're doing well. It's good to have you here. Are you all right? You don't look so good.
You sure you're okay? It's a little too much fragrance content for you, I think. It's starting to get to you.
Yeah, right. Coming back out of it? Coming back out? Okay, good. You had me worried for a second. You're looking a little crazy over there. We're talking clones today, guys. 15 of them, different ones that you need to know about. Some of them because they're a little newer, some of them because you may have questions about them, and others because they're just hidden gems flying way under the radar, undetectable. Except for you. You will be able to detect them because you are smart.
Wow, I'm so smart.
All of these are going to be linked in the description below. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway to one of you in today's video as well. Let's begin. The first fragrance, Odyssey Spectra, but wait, it's different. It's Odyssey Spectra Blue by Armaf, or Blue Edition. Now you may be aware that there is already a Spectra, this one, Rainbow Edition, which by the way, I broke my bottle. Technically not the bottle, I broke the cap. You see right here, the little plastic piece? Yeah, I dropped it. But everything else is okay, so yay. Now the original one here, Odyssey Spectra Rainbow Edition, this one is a clone of Ultramol, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramol. Actually a really good clone, great performance, good quality, everything you would want. Most of the Odyssey fragrances are pretty good in spite of them looking like a child's thermos that you would throw into a lunchbox. But with a sick pleather exterior that really just sets it off. So the big question here for me was, is Odyssey Spectra Blue very different than Odyssey Spectra Rainbow Edition? Because looking at the note breakdown, it looked about the same. So I had to get it because it can't be the same thing. That would make no sense. Let's see, is it the same thing? I mean, for all intents and purposes, yes. Yeah, pretty much. And it almost makes me wonder if somebody was like, oh, we gotta get rid of this rainbow. I don't like this rainbow anymore. Let's just call it Blue Edition, guys. Because the fragrances themselves are really, really similar. Like, really, 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 really. You could say that the Blue Edition is maybe ever so slightly more fresh, just a little teensy bit, but this is still an Ultramol clone. And I know that right this minute, if you go to Fragrantica, at least as I'm filming this video, this one will show up as like Naxos. People are guesstimating that this is a Naxos clone. It's not. This smells like this, only like I said, maybe slightly fresher. That's really the main difference. Let's go ahead and do an experiment right now, just live and in person, and blast these on both hands right this minute. There we go. That was kind of a wrist shot, but close enough. Let it dry. Yeah, essentially the Blue Edition of Odyssey Spectra is really ultra similar to this, to the point that there is no reason to own both of them. But to me, it's lightly fresher, like a little bit sweeter, slightly more emphasis on the fruits, but for all intents and purposes, Ultramol. All right, let's move on. Dark Door Intense. So this one is by Maison Alhambra, and you can tell, or should be able to tell, what this is just by taking a look at it. What is beyond the dark door? It's Dior Homme Intense. Dark Door, Dior Homme. I mean, I guess that's close enough. This one's really affordable, and so you would look at it and think, that's probably gonna suck hard. It's not gonna be even close to Dior Homme Intense. And to be fair, Dior Homme Intense is better. I'm a Dior Homme Intense fanboy. I love that stuff. Give me the Iris Boss. But this one, for how inexpensive it is very, very well done. It's gonna give you that creamy, powdery iris, maybe leaning slightly more powdery in this one than Dior Homme Intense, less creamy sweet, but still really well done. Stuff smells amazing, great quality for that price, because most places this is like 20 bucks. I think when I bought it, it was even less. I think it was like 18 or something. And I know 18 doesn't sound like a whole lot less than 20, that's 10% less. That's just math. The next one up is Reverie Aqua by Zamaya. And I'll be giving away a bottle of this in today's video. Here it is right there, it's still sealed, look at that. With this fragrance, they bless us with a magnetic cap. Always gotta shout that out, even though it's not the greatest magnetic cap, it's still a magnet in a cap. Can't make it too strong, or if you had a pacemaker, you know, put it on your heart, oh, right? Is that what happened? I don't know. So this one is a clone of Born in Roma Intense by Valentino. that's good. That's real tasty right there. That one's gonna give you that blast of sweet and fresh comboed up to smell real nice. Big compliment puller, extremely versatile. I love this one. Flies under the radar a little bit compared to some of the bigger brands out there, but it smells top notch. Like, this is a compliment puller, extremely versatile, just great stuff. And I love the look of the box, actually. Like, when I first got this one, that's the first thing I noticed, is just this. Let me show you. I think that looks so sick. You've got the foreground, midground, background, like you've got these multiple layers of just paper, essentially, but it looks cool. All right, enough of that. Next one, Lattafa Sharif. This is one of those clones where, to me, and I've said this before, presentation looks a little jank. Like, the bottle itself just feels kind of cheap, but the fragrance slaps. It smells similar to Greenly by Parfums de Marly. Of course, there's another really good clone out there called Etheric Straight by French Avenue. That one smells similar to Greenly, and that one is a little bit deeper than this one. This one leans a little fresher. Not that the other one is not fresh, they both are. It's just this one has more of like a sugary brightness off the top, and it does not lean as much into the base notes. So it tries to keep things fresher for longer. That's kind of the vibe with this one. So you can't go wrong with either one, this one or Etheric Straight, just depends on what you're after. If you want the one that's more locked into like sugary, fresh, bright, it's this one. If you want one that's more balanced and tries to give you a little more depth as it dries down, you want the other one. All right, are you ready to save some money? Okay, cool. Here are some codes you can use to save some money. You got codes for a lot of stores here. Gift Express, Fragflex, the perfume box. Everyone loves the perfume box. My friends love the perfume box. And then JOMASHOP, those codes only work in the app, so you gotta get Apptastic if you wanna use those. And there's a lot of other stores as well. Fragrance Lord has a code for us, which has the coolest name, because it makes you the Lord of Fragrance. And for my old heads out there, it's like the Lord of the Dance. Do you remember that? Like infomercials for that back in the day? It's like that, except fragrant, so even better. Let's move on. The next fragrance is this one right here, Absolute Oud Magnificent 7. So this one is a dupe of M7. Magnificent 7. So this is one where some of you are gonna see this and know right away what this is, and other people are gonna see it and be like, that doesn't ring any bells. Probably depends on when you got into fragrances as to whether you know what I'm talking about. But Magnificent 7 is a clone of M7 by Yves Saint Laurent. More specifically, M7 Oud Absolute. See, now it makes sense. Absolute Oud Magnificent 7. So this is a Fragrance World dupe, and it came out before Fragrance World was really as popular as they are nowadays, which is probably one reason that it flies under the radar. The other reason is M7 was discontinued a long time ago. Talking about the original, and then also Oud Absolute. If you're unaware of what that fragrance is, it was one of the first major, huge forays into oud in a Western designer fragrance. I think it smells fantastic. It does have a little bit of an old school feel to it. It's got a nice masculine scent profile, while also having a bit of powder in there as well. It smells pretty unique even to this day. And this stuff, especially after you let it mature just a little bit, really, really, really close to M7. So if you loved that one back in the day and you want something similar for dirt cheap, like this stuff is 20 bucks, get this. Enigma Oud is up next. This one is also Fragrance World. This is a clone of Sauvage Elixir. It does have a bottle that makes squeaky noises when you squeeze it. So I don't like that. The quality is so high, just like you were at the beginning of the video. This one is super good though. It's just like a baseball. You can throw it all over the place. And it has amazing performance and quality for a low price. Everybody's always talking Lattafa Assad for good reason. Stuff is great, but this is just as good. A lot of people actually say even better, that it is smoother, more balanced, while still having that good performance. Up next, Armaf's Legacy, which has kind of a Zippo style bottle. This one is a clone of Platinum Egoiste by Chanel, and it's actually really, really, really well done. Truly, when it comes to Platinum Egoiste, I think this is the best one that you can find. If you're looking for an alternative to that scent on the cheap, this stuff has you covered. Extremely similar scent profile, obviously very classy, refined, gentlemanly, you know, good spring, summer, fall fragrance, great office fragrance, formal fragrance in general. Stuff is great. And speaking of Chanel, this next one is also a Chanel alternative. This is called Alcantara Supreme by Montaigne. This one came out a few months ago. I picked it up when it came out, and it's a clone of Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. I was trying to remember exactly when it came out in time. Superleggera was a fragrance that everybody really anticipated because Chanel was finally coming out with something new. Something new for men, I should say. But then the unfortunate part, it was a limited edition, essentially summer release in the Allure Homme Sport line that was here for like a month, maybe 2, and then it was just gone, which is probably not what everybody had in mind when they were like, oh, I hope Chanel comes out with something new. Oh, cool. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. Really nice, fresh, easy wearing fragrance. This one right here basically resurrects that scent. Has a few of the notes on the front: grapefruit, cedarwood, and musks. Wow. Montaigne is one of those cologne brands that if you know, you know, because it has a huge cult following, but a lot of people don't know, which makes sense because when you look at it, it's a stock bottle with just a sticker on the front. You know, it doesn't look like too much, but then you smell it, and it's actually banging. Now, fair warning, the next fragrance is cheap, it is a clone, and it does do the job. But I feel like you have to be really cheap to get this one because you can just get the original and it's not much more. So I would get the original, but if you wanna go mad cheap mode, just, you know, lose your gourd, spend as little as possible, that's on you, you know? You do you, whatever makes you happy, Boudreaux. We all derive happiness in different ways. So this one is Man Black Edition by Maison Alhambra. But then Man Black is the same color and Edition is a different color, so that would be the fragrance's name, Man Black Edition, not Man Black Edition. So you can just tell by looking at this, this is like the bottom rung of price that went into producing this, right? It's just very inexpensive looking, and it is inexpensive. It's a clone of Mont Blanc Legend. Now, to be fair, when I smell this, it throws me back, man. It's got that Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Mont Blanc Legend smell to it, locked down pretty dang well. And if you're familiar with either of those, when you smell this, you're like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, trust me, bro. Some of us that grew up like when malls were ultra popular and Abercrombie & Fitch was like the most popular clothing brand in the world, Fierce was like pumped through the vents. Like you would walk into a mall and it was just like you were slapped in the face. I'm talking power slapped, okay? Like if you're on Instagram and you see the dudes in power slap just getting slapped and knocked out, like that, except it was Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. And so when you smell this, it's like PTSD. So yeah, this is gonna give you Legend, Fierce, DNA. It's got that nice, clean, masculine kind of vibe to it. You know, lavender in there, additional floral notes, slightly shower jelly. When you first spray this one on, it does have like a little alcohol kick for just a half second. After that though, smells great. Just, you know, just, I would buy Legend. I would do that, but you do you. We move on to Rabiat Prestige with this one, Maud Al Dahab. This one smells quite similar to the fragrance Drunk Lovers. Yeah, and look at that atomizer. Ooh. Can you see that cloud? We're blowing clouds over here. Like if I spray this in front of myself here, let's do 5 sprays, okay? 5 full sprays. Let's see how much of a cloud this makes. Let's see if you can pick it up. Probably more difficult to pick it up because there's no light behind me that's kind of like illuminating it. That would make it stand out more. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. I can see it swirling all through the air. I don't know if you guys can, but oh no. I'll let that dissipate. Okay. This is all straight into my lungs. This one is sexy, sweet, a lot of vanilla, some fruits off the top. Also musk, woods, amber. It's really unisex. Ladies can pull this off, men can pull this off. The quality is nuts. This stuff is fire. Like it is crazy good. That atomizer nuts as well. Let's go back to back similar looking bottles here. Up next, Madhesh Aura, or Aura, by Zamaya. This one is Le Male Elixir, and for the price point, one of the absolute best on the market, period. Oh, another one that's really vanilla forward, quite sweet. Great performance, amazing quality. Zamaya, one of those brands that consistently puts out stuff that's extremely well done on the cheap, low. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time their fragrances are also a little bit more of like trying to be a one-to-one, not as many like crazy twists and changes and things. Good. And then Lattafa's Emir up next. You see, it's kind of similar, right? So this is completely different than that. This one is a clone of Clive Christian's Town and Country. Pinkies out. Obviously that sounds very fancy, and that's because it is. This one has clary, sage, juniper, and citrus right off the top. Then as it dries down, you have a nice tea note that comes out. Ambergris, sandalwood, cardamom, a little bit of incense as well. This is more of a gentlemanly, everyday fragrance. That type of scent profile, but it is gonna come across maybe a little more elevated than a lot of other people's standard day-to-day, so it might be one that you wear in more special type occasions. Either way, smells great for the price. Let's go Historic Olmeda up next by Afnan. Look at that, it's cool, man. It looks like a column. That's cool. That's high quality, it's classy, yeah. It's got a tassel, 2 tassels. Only thing that makes this better is 3 and a magnetic cap. So blue bottle, blue fragrance. Yeah, this one is gonna have you feeling reminiscent of fragrances like Dylan Blue and Bleu de Chanel. More so kind of a mixture between the two, kind of right in that wheelhouse. So it's that type of fragrance that you could wear whenever you want. You could wear this daytime, nighttime, any season, doesn't really matter. Going back to Emir over here, this one you could also wear pretty much whenever you want, but that one is gonna feel a little more, like I said, buttoned up. This one is more just everyday for everybody. So Historic Olmeda. And then we follow that up with Muharrab by Maison Asrar. Pretty cool presentation on this one, really dig it. This one is an alternative to Naxos by Xerjoff, and it's really good. It's got that mix of aromatics, freshness off the top, drying down to more of a honeyed tobacco. Super classy, really high quality, great performance. Fall, wintertime, day or evening, this stuff crushes. Maison Asrar coming out with really, really, really good stuff here lately. And the final fragrance, Arche Extrait. Smell me Arche. This one is gonna remind you of Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Platine Privé, which also means it's gonna remind you of L'Homme Ideal Cologne, especially the color scheme. The color scheme is more L'Homme Ideal Cologne, but those 2 fragrances is what this is gonna remind you of, which does make sense because L'Homme Ideal Platine Privé and L'Homme Ideal Cologne both smell similar also. Both discontinued, by the way, so yay. This is gonna be one of those French Avenue releases where when you first spray it on, not as great. Then you have to let it sit around for a while, grow up, mature a little bit, and then it smells much, much nicer. Has a great mix of almond and citrus off the top, very creamy, smooth, but also fresh and sweet. It's a fantastic, different kind of vibe for spring and summer, especially considering the 2 fragrances it smells most similarly to are pretty much impossible to find, so it gives you something a little different. All right, guys, giveaway time. Reverie Aqua by Zamaya. As I said before, this one a clone of Born in Roma Intense. The stuff smells fantastic, really easy to use, smells great right off the first rip. If you want to be entered in the giveaway, like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And the comment, just let me know what's your go-to fragrance this fall. So whatever it is, clone, designer, niche, whatever. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker the following month from when this video goes live. If you're the winner, hit me up, I'll ship it out to you. Oh, I'll post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. Duh. So there we go, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me here until the end. Stay safe out there, take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.